Good day, everyone. My name is Kyle Kim Memorial, and I would like to discuss the agent causing tree disorders. There are two agent of disorders. No, the first is the biotic agents, and the second is abiotic agents. Biotic factors are defined as the living organism or components of factors that affect an ecosystem or other organism living in that ecosystem. No, from the word bio, no, bio means life, no. They are living organism. The first biotic agent, no, is the insects. Insects are very common agents of tree disorder, no, because most of insects are they are leaf eaters, the sapsuckers, and branch borers. As we all know, no, bisag asa ta moadto no sa mga kahoy-kahoy, there are a lot of insects no living in the trees or in the plants. And also no, they are also one of the cause of uh, tree disorders. The second biotic agent is the fungi, no. Fungi is the an important agent of tree disorder, no. And also no, fungi helps trees or shrubs, and in return, the roots give the fungi carbon and carbohydrates and other nutrients. But also, fungi uh, also gives disease and can be very dangerous to trees. No, the funguses can break down a tree's structural integrity. No, leading them to literally fall apart. So a fungus may also attack the leaves, no, hurting the tree's ability to make food through photosynthesis. Ang fungi no, kanang makatabang siya sa trees no, provide ka ng ah, nutrients no, or carbohydrates or carbon. But fungi no, there are many fungi na maka maka-harm sa trees no, maka-cause siya og tree disorder no. Example no, kanang mga fungal diseases. The third biotic agent no is the fungi insect pest complex. Ang fungi insect complex no is a combination the initial sa fungi ug insect no, where insect vectors carried the fungi, and the fungi enter the host through roots and wounds in leaves, twigs, branches, and trunk. So they invade the vascular systems, no, blocking motor uptake and causing dieback of the or rapid well. There are times when injured and dry stems are infested by termites. The wounds the stem wound serves as the entry point of for the decay pathogen. So no, kung naa day samad no, ah, wound o mga kanang basta samad no, pwede po siya sa roots. Mura siya kanang ma-entry bitaw siya sa mga pathogen no, dira sa manulod. And also no, insect vectors no, they are the carrier no of the fungi. The fourth biotic agent no is the animals no. Uh, Animals no, among the largest animals, grazing livestock cause the most damage to trees. Damage may be direct or indirect. The direct damages no, example, grazing or trampling of young trees, girdling of trees because of rubbing or stripping of the bark. Or the indirect, example of the indirect, root damage because of soil compaction and reduced water infiltration, or because of an accumulation of animal excreta. Animal excreta no, waste is kanang mga waste sa animals. Example no, ilang ihi. Mm. And also no, as we know ang mga grazing animals no, mga livestock kay yun kinakaon gyud nila no ang mga dahon sa tungkahoy, makabantay sad mo nga ah, ang mga punuan sa kahoy kanon sa mga hayop no. kanang mga panit ang iyang bark, and also muna yun cause gina siya ng damage sa trees, no, direct or indirect. And also, no, birds can damage stems, bark, and twigs, no, in their search for food or in nest making, no. Example sa birds nga maka-harm sa trees, no, ang woodpecker, no, or kanang locally known as sa atoa, no, tikarol. And ila kana sila, no, mag nest making sila sa bark sa tree, no, kanang ilang bangagan bitaw. Dira sila magbuhat og nest. So dako bugay na siya impact sa atong trees, no, maka-cause siya kuan trees disorder. The fifth, no, biotic agent, no, are the viruses, bacteria, parasitic plants, and nematodes. Virus diseases are frequent and destructive on many plants, no. They can cause malformation, stunting, wrinkling, or mottling of leaves, leader of short form, malformation, dieback, and death of forest, death of trees. So, viruses, no, delikado gina siya even though sa yung sa ato ang mga tawo, it's very dangerous yun sa ato ang kuano kinabuhi. But dili gid siya sa tawo nag-exist ang virus, no, but also in trees. Bacteria can cause branch dieback, crown gall, and vascular wilt of trees. Parasitic plants infect host tree by suck the sap, nutrients, water from it, and slowly kill the host. Nematodes have been associated with a number of forestry diseases and can also be a vector of viruses. A number of nematode insect association have caused severe galling and tree death. Kani grabe ni siya ka dangerous, no, sa mga trees. Murag mahimo ni siyang major threats kung naa ni siya mag-exist ay kung active or kanang naa ni siya sa isa ka trees, no. So mautot ang mga biotic agents. So let's proceed to the abiotic agents, no. Ang biotic ganina, no, living organism. So ang abiotic mura na siya kanang opposite. Ang abiotic agents, no, are the non-living organism. So the non-living is a non-living organism, no, part of an ecosystem nga siya that is shape its environment. So the first abiotic agents, no, the drought, no, drought stress of a tree occurs when the rate of transpiration exceeds the rate of absorption of water through the roots over an extended period, no. As madako yung na siya impact, no, kanang drought or kanang tag-init bitaw kanang street, parehanit karon, no, anang init kayo kanang mahutdan yung tubig, no, sa diri sa mo, no, na hubas na ang mga sapa, wala na ang mga kahoy, no, wala na sa mga paan og tubig, wala na ulan-ulan, no. Example of kanang drought, no, kanang taas kay nga init, no, ang El Nino na dako gyud siya impact sa mga trees. Second is the flood and water logging, no. Ganina drought karon sa tubig na bata, no. The effects of the excessive moisture on plants are very complex and result from both direct and indirect actions, no. Prolonged immersion during flooding and on or water logging can lead to suffocation of fine feeder roots as oxygen is depleted and carbon dioxide levels increase. The carbon dioxide content of soils underwater lag condition can reach levels that are directly toxic to plants, no. Bisag ang 'di ba ang init, no, ay dako pa siyang impact kung dugay prolong siya. Sa water pod, no, sa flood kung dugay siya mahubas or wala kung ma-stuck ang tubig, no, sa kanang isa ka area nga daghan og trees, no. Maka-cause po siya kanang disorder, no, through malata iyang roots, no. Then ang iyang oxygens, no, ma-deplete, then ang iyang carbon dioxide, no, ma-increase. So it changes in the pH balance no of the soil and nutrient availability no, may also affect root function and health of the tree no. As I mentioned earlier no, root no maapektuhan ni siya sa ang tubig permentira gapondo. The third no is the wind. Wind through is common in trees already structural weakened by other causes no. The physical damage which is result from a windstorm again allows entry in insects and disease organism no. Dry winds accompanying periods of very high or very low temperatures can cause excessive loss of moisture from the foliage and leaf wilt results no. Ang wind no kung kusog kayong wind no they can cause kanang injury sa trees no like mabali ang sanga no the branches no. Katong mga yung kuan katong nabali sa sanga no pwede na siya masudlan og mga insects no mga fungi and kanang murag mahimo na siyang entry daw mong wind can also be a cause of disorder no. And the last is the fire no. Fire is one of the most damaging agents in forest and may kill leaves, buds, branches, roots as well as portion of the stem, cambium. If the damage is severe enough, the tree may die no. Ah, Fire jud no. Kanang mag forest fire gani, kabandang forest fire. Di ba lisod ki siya kanang ah, palungon ang kalayo no. Kanang lisod po kay siya kanang sudlo no. Kay delikado pod then mo ang fire jud is the most damaging no. Kay mopatay gid sa largo og mga kahoy kung dili atiman dayon dili siya mapalong. The fifth abiotic agents no, nutrient deficiencies and toxicities no. Both deficiencies and excesses of certain nutrient elements have direct and indirect effects no upon the health of plants or trees. Often the symptoms are similar to those caused by some fungal or viral pathogens. Severe deficiencies may cause leaf stunting, no, purpling, chlorosis or necrosis, reduced growth, and shoot dieback. No, plants may become susceptible to damage by other agents such as pests, diseases, or climate factors. Various tree disorder have been attributed to deficiencies of any of a number of elements. No, example boron, calcium, copper, iron, magnesium, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. No, basta nutrient deficiencies. No, kung ang area no is kanang gamay ra kay siya mga nutrient no kanang may also cause no tree disorder no. And the result the trees na unhealthy and very prone sa mga uh, pests and diseases no. So apel ko na siya as discuss no ganina kay ga discuss man ta sa mga uh, agents no causing of tree disorders. So the next is the control strategies for pest and disease no, mga saan pag-control sa mga saan pag-control o unsay mga strategies sa pag-control sa pest and diseases nga dili siya managhan or atong malikayan. So the first control no is the physical control or mechanical control. Physical control no refers to a mechanical or hand controls where the pest is actually attacked and destroyed. Ang kanang physical no kanang atog yung patyon ang ah, mga pest or mga diseases. Physical controls no are used mostly in weed control, tillage, fire removal by hand, grazing, and mowing are all used to destroy weeds and prevent reproduction. And also, no, barriers and trenches are sometimes used to prevent the spread of fungal root pathogens from an infected site. So the second is the biological control. Biological control is the use of living organisms to suppress pest population, making them less damaging than they would otherwise be. Natural enemies of insects plays an important role in limiting the densities of potential pests. These natural enemies include predators, parasitoids, and pathogen. Kaning sa biological control, no, kanang many of the endemic pests will already have their complement of natural enemies, and this could be expected eventually to bring any outbreaks under control. Ang visual control, no, kanang magamit sila og kanang living organism, no, kanang para ma-suppress ang ilang pest population, no, by using kanang magbutang sila og mga predators, no, parasitoids and pathogen, no, para sila may mag-away, no, then ma-control ang ilang population, no, di sila managhan. The third control is the silvicultural control. A silvicultural control is the regulation of insect pest population by modifying forest stands or methods of growing and harvesting trees to suppress insect pests is called silvicultural control. The silviculture control requires detailed knowledge about the prevailing ecological conditions of the forest that are favorable to the pest, pest, and then they manipulate this condition to the disadvantage of insect pests. Before taking up any silvicultural pest management measures, it is necessary to have an idea of forest type and the relationship with insects. There is a range of other simple silvicultural measures, no, which can be employed to reduce pest and diseases impact. Example, no, thinning and pruning to maintain the stand health and host tree vigor. Destruction of lagging slash to limit pest population build up, and the tailoring of planting, pruning, or lagging schedule to times of low pest or disease activity. The fourth control, no, is the genetic control. Increasing emphasis is being placed on tree breeding for insect and disease resistance. No, uh, the genetic, no, engineering of forest trees, such as the insertion of toxic gene from Bacillus thuringiensis, promises major advances in pest control. No, ang kaning Bacillus thuringiensis, no, bacteria ni siya, no. Bacillus thuringiensis, no, is known as the most successful microbial insecticide, no, against different orders of insect pests in agriculture and medicine, no. Moreover, no, kanang Bacillus thuringiensis, no, genes also have been efficiently used to enhance resistance to insect pests in genetically modified crops. In the Philippines, there is still a sample scope for the selection of provenances which have resistance to pests and diseases. This has already been done with a success for Bagras in Mindanao by replacing the PNG provenance, which is susceptible to varicose borer, with the local provenance, which is more resistant to this borer, as well as to the uh, several important diseases. Genetic improvement should be regarded as an adjunct to, not not a replacement for other methods of pest and diseases management. The fifth control, no, is the chemical control, no. There is no doubt, no, that chemicals will continue to play an important, if selective, role in the management of trees, no. Chemical control, no, is designed to reduce pest population below level, no, that will not negatively impact the crops. Chemicals no, are currently available and recommended for use in forestry situations as appropriate include the insecticides, permethrin, or knockdown spray. Microbial control, no? They are using microorganism, no? Example, bacterium, fungus, virus, or protozoan as the active ingredient can control many different kinds of pests, no? Although kanang each separate active no ingredient is relatively specific for its target pest. For example, no, there are fungi that control with certain weeds and other fungi that kill specific insects. No, kaning microbial control no, kanang gagamit sila og mga microorganism no para makontrol ang mga pests and diseases no. They use it no para makontrol nila ang mga pests and diseases. And the last is the integrated pest management. No, this is a technique which combines several control methods. No, to best advantage. It may include pesticide application, but usually at reduced levels. No, with application precisely time to optimize impact on the pest or disease vector without harming other key elements of the production system. An example of this no would be the careful timing of spraying no with chemical or biological pesticide of an insect defoliator to allow natural enemies to have maximum effects while still preventing significant defoliation from occurring. No, this strategy requires knowledge of pest pathogen and host biology as well as the factors such as stand management condition and pest disease impact of various population levels. No, ang kaning integrated pest management no kanang this is a technique no gina-combine nila ang control no. Example no they are using chemical and biological pesticides no. Whereas kaning this is strategy no kanang maggamit gid siya og knowledge no about sa mga pest and diseases no. As well as the factors no. Then the impact of the various population levels. Kaning integrated pest management no they are using pesticides para ilang mapatay ang mga pests and diseases. Control measures for particular pest or disease. First is insect. White grubs. White grubs are the immature forms of scarab beetles. There were the well-known called May or June beetles, moss chopper, and Japanese beetle. So, white grubs attacked by this insect occurs in the first few months, no, after planting. So, the protection can be achieved in the same manner as described for subterranean termites, but without the need for additional spot treatment at planting. No, treatment may be required only in areas of high pest hazard or often former cropland or grassland with soft, loamy, and sandy soil, or to protect special purpose planting. Leaf-eating beetles, no? Makita gini nato ni no sagara no they are damage caused by weevils, chrysomeliid, and coccinellid. Leaf beetles is minor at present and no control measures are required. Wala ni siya control no kay actually dili minor ra man ni siya then ahead ata magagamit og mga kuan if they are outbreak is fairly localized no. Quick application of an insecticidal foliar spray can prevent serious damage and limit pest spread. The next is the leaf tying moth caterpillars no. For eucalypts, these are primarily a problem on young trees and where infestation is serious. An application of an systematic insecticide such as dimethoate dimethoate may provide control. Ah, the para makontrol ni siya 'no, naa siya insecticide 'no, para makontrol ni siya and ma-less ni siya, sap-sucking insects 'no. In most cases, attacked by the, plant bugs and leafhoppers will be, minor importance and will not warrant control measures. If serious problems, can sometimes arise with species of choroid and nine bugs which suck the soft, growing tips of young trees, causing wilt and dieback. A contact of synthetic pyrethroid insecticide of low mammalian toxicity, such as permethrin, is useful as a knockdown spray. Stop-sucking insects, no, it is a minor importance, no, and will not warrant control measures. Mag-apply na sa insecticides, no, where the serious problem occur, no. Next is the wood moths, where wood moth damage is accessible to young trees or the lower stem of all the trees. It is a very simple control, no, to remove the weed frost covering. Kanang weed frost, no, kanang kabantay man na iyang bangag kanang iyang balay, di ba, na man mga tabon la sa na mga supot or kanang mga weed, then imo ra na siyang remove. Then, probe the hole with a flexible wire to puncture the body of the caterpillar, no, or alternatively, imo to siyang kuoto, no, with the use of kanang flexible wire, no, imo siyang tuslukon iyang lawas, no, para makuha nimo ang caterpillar, no. And also a mild solution of a contact insecticide can be squirted into the hole, which is thin sealed with a putty or mastic. 'Pag imo na 'to siya makuha, 'no, puwede nimo siya kanang 'pag di mo siya makuha, puwede mo siya kanang, sprayhan og insecticide sa iyang bangag, 'no, para mamatay 'to didto ug di na siya madaghan. Next is the, other wood borers, 'no. In this case, the varicose borer, the problem was solved by the use of, resistance governance of buggrass and selection of good planting site for this species, 'no. For other wood borers, no, it needs to be determined if their attack is primary or secondary before control measures are attempted. And the last, no, bark damaging insects, no, insects such as large elephant beetle, no, or Xylotrope gideon on young trees can be physically removed and destroyed, no. Pwede rin gini sa nato kamuto, no, pagkuha og atong patyo, no. Earlier, no, nag-una man ta sa mga insects, no, the pest, and the next is the diseases, no, which are the fungi, no. The first disease, no, is the pink disease. Pink diseases, no, is caused by Erythricium salmonicolor and causes stem canker, resulting in swelling, sunken areas, and crackling or splitting bark. No, as you can see in the picture, no, mong gitawag siya pink disease, no, kay ang iyang lawas, no, ang iyang stem kay na color pink na. Para makontrol ni siya, no, the use of resistant species, no, plantation, hygiene and sanitation, cutting are current recommendation for control. Yang pag-control, no, hygiene and sanitation, cutting, may ginagamit para makontrol, no. The next is the root rot. Root rot is a disease that attacks the roots of trees in the wet or damp soil, resulting in poor growth, wilted leaves, leaf drop, branch dieback, and eventually death, no. Ang kaning root rot, no, ah, kanang mahitabo ni siya, no, kanang sa mga basa nga yuta, no, kanang perminti bitaw magbasa or kanang damp soil. Para makontrol ni siya, no, control of root disease, no, spread by root contact usually involves the removal of all diseased roots, no, and other woody debris that may harbor the pathogen, no? Simple ra po ni siya nga pagkuha is imo siyang ibto, no? At kwaon nimo ang mga kuha, no, naay mga disease nga roots or kanang mga other woody debris, no, that may harbor the pathogen. Next is the heart rot, no? Heart rot is a fungal disease, no, that causes the decay of wood at the center of the trunk and branches. Fungi enter the tree through wounds in the bark and decay the heartwood, no? As you can see in the picture, no, yung heart yun, yung tunga, ano, nabangag tungod sa kanang fungi, no, para minimize ni siya no infection. Correct pruning practices will help minimize this mode of infection. Next is the gall rust. Gall rust is an airborne fungal disease caused by Oromecladium falcatarium. An infected falcata tree can spread the disease to an entire plantation when not treated immediately, no. Delikado din siya nga disease, no, kay it can affect the whole plantations if kanang dili ni siya ma-treat immediately, no. There are several control, no, approaches have been employed in the Philippines against rust gall disease on base sanitation, cutting and burning of infected trees or tree parts, no. Sagara ginabuhat di sa tuan, no. Desanitize the cuttings and ilang ginasunog ang mga infected trees or tree parts para dili madaghan. Next is the leaf spot, no. A leaf spot is a limited discolored disease area of a leaf that is caused by fungal, no, bacterial or viral plant diseases or by injuries from nematodes, insects, and environmental factors, toxicity, or herbicides, no. Ang leaf spot, no, nagka-spot-spot siya tungod sa mga ano, fungal bacteria, injuries from nematodes, insects, no, mga environmental factors. Then in case of severe infection, no, this can usually be controlled by spraying with Binomel or Mancozeb, no. Mga example na sa picture, no. Kita mo sa picture, no, kanang sa kilid, yung dahon dami daghan big spot, no. The last is the sooty mold, no. Sooty mold is a collective or self-descriptive term for a number of different fungi, no. It is a black powdery coterie adhering to plants and their fruit or environmental objects, no. As you can see in the picture, no, mura siya kanang molds bitaw, no, color black, no, powdery coating, no. This can be controlled by controlling the sap-sucking insects, no. Ano sigara excretions the mold grows, no. By removing the mga insects, no, nga gapuyo, no. For example, kanina sa picture daghan siya mga sulom, no, na nagpuyo. Makita po ni nato, no, kanang nay mga fruit tree, no, kanang ilang Pinoy ano daghan gig mga mag-itom-itom, no, kanang ginatawag og kuan day sooty mold. And mao to ang mga fungi, no. And last is for the last topic, no, pest and disease diagnosis, no. Proper diagnosis is a prerequisite before appropriate control measures are recommended. Diagnosis is the process of identifying the problem, causal organism, Annex 25, including the predisposing and contributory factors. Correct identification of the problem and the causal agent may be based on the symptoms and signs. However, no, for new pests and diseases, Koch postulates may be applied as follows: 1. Constant association, causal agent and host plant. 2. Isolation of mass rearing of pathogen or insect. 3 is inoculation or introduction of organism to healthy seedlings. 4. Re-isolation of the causal agent, no. Ah, para ma para makuan, no, to control, no, and measures to control measures, no. first is na proper diagnosis nga may tabo, no. It is a prerequisite, no, before mag-apply ta og control measures. Ang diagnosis, no, anang process siya para mag-identify sa problem, causal organism, no, including mga iyang contributory factors, correct correct nga identification sa problem and causal agent may be based on the symptoms and signs, no. Kung naay bag-o nga mga piece and disease, no, ah, moagi siya sa coach postulates, no, and apply the following, no, katong ang gibasa, no, the constant association causal agent of an host plant, isolation of mass rearing of pathogen insect, inoculation or introduction of healthy of organism and health to healthy seedlings, and the isolation of the causal agent, no. And that's all, and thank you.